I'm Aurora, and my journey with yoga began when this guy trusted 17-year-old me with the keys to this studio so I could clean in exchange for classes. For the past 13 years, I've dedicated my career to giving back that exact gift I was given, and now I'm here to share it with you. Welcome to Work From Home Yoga. Okay, let's get started today. How do I want to start today? Let's do a forward fold. Let's do a forward fold at the back of the mat. And bend into the knees. Reach for opposite elbows for ragdoll. And start to sway from side to side. So while we're in this shape, one of the things that I like to focus on that helps me create more length is this idea of reaching the heart forward and then re-draping and folding the upper body over the legs versus kind of just staying close and in toward the legs. So every time you inhale, if you want, you can lift yourself up a little bit. And then as you exhale, think about pulling the heart forward and re-dropping down. You can also press down through the outer edges of the feet, which helps send that stretch up sides of the legs, IT band. And shake the head side to side, relaxing the shoulders. From here, let's drop the hands to the floor, heel toe the feet together, and then cross the left foot over the right, and keep the heel lifted, and shake the hip side to side. So we're isolating more within that right leg, outer hip. We'll bump the hips all the way out to the right, and then walk the hands over to the opposite side, to the left. Take an inhale to lift the chest up, lengthen. Exhale to fold. 2 more. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Unwind back to center, and then switch sides. Right foot over the left, cross. Keep that heel lifted. And shimmy the hips side to side. Bump the hips out to the left. Walk the hands as far as you can over to the opposite side. 3 rounds. Inhale, lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, up. Exhale, down. Last one, lift. And fold. Walk the hands back in, unwind, feet together, forward fold, about hip width distance apart. Straighten the right leg as you bend into the left. And then sweep this right arm up. And then drop it down, close it like a book. So breath to movement. Inhale, sweep up. Reach back, lean into it, exhale, drop down. 3 more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Reach up. Drop it down. And then we'll reach back up and take a half bind. So swing that arm behind you at the low back. Draw the right shoulder back, rotate the chest open toward the side of the room. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Unwind and then switch. Left leg straightens. Sweep that left arm up. And drop it down. Breath to movement. Inhale. Exhale. 3 more. Reach. Fold. Lengthen. Release. Up. Down. And then reach up, take a half bind, draw the shoulder back. Keep rotating open, lengthening through the spine. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, unwind, drop the hands down. Walk the feet out as wide as the mat, drop down into squat, Alasana. Roll onto the outer edges of the feet. Open up through the hips, the low back. If you want, you can even use the palm to press against the knee to create some space in the hip joint. Okay, we're gonna meet back in a squat and then hold here for 5 breaths, rounding through the upper back. So I want you to walk the hands forward, tuck the chin in toward the chest, reaching through the fingertips, and breathe here. Think about relaxing the low belly. Pressing down through the outer edges of the feet slightly to send the knees away from one another. Keeping the shoulders relaxed. 2 more breaths. Keep softening into it. 1 more inhale. And exhale. Good. Lift the gaze up. We're going to plant the hands, shift our weight forward slightly so we can lift the hips up into a slightly wider forward fold, and then come back down into our squat. You can bring your hands to your heart. So 5 rounds like this. Lift the hips up, straighten the legs, refold, drop back down into the squat. Get some of those snap, crackle, pops out of the way. I have a lot of them today, just like yesterday. We're trying to keep the chest as close to the quads as possible as we do this, collapsing the space between the upper body and the lower half of the body. Let's take 1 more round. We'll meet with the hips lifted and then heel toe the feet together, forward fold, bend into the knees, slowly roll up to standing, chin to chest. We'll sweep the arms up. And take a side bend over to the right so you can interlace the hands, press the palms, and then reach up and lean. Try to keep the weight evenly distributed between both feet. Back up, switch over to the left. And then 1 more time each side. This time we'll slide the hand down the leg, tilt the hips a bit more, reach through the fingertips, bend at the elbow, rotate open, and then re-reach. Hold for 3, 2, and 1. Rise up, switch, lean, cactus, bend at the elbow, rotate open, re-reach, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Back up, sweep both arms up, and then interlace the hands at the back of the head. Start to squeeze the shoulder blades together, elbows out wide, press the hips forward. 3 breaths. Soft back bend. One more inhale. And exhale. Lift yourself back up to neutral. Release the grip. Take a cactus. And then bring your arms behind you. Interlace the hands or hold on to the elbows. Continue to squeeze the shoulder blades together. Deepen the back bend. Press the hips forward. And refold over the legs, keeping that grip. So knuckles can lift away from the low back if that feels okay. Shake the head side to side. If you feel comfortable, you can straighten the right leg and bend into the left as you lift the chest up and rotate open toward the side of the mat. Then come back down and switch. Straightening the left leg, lifting up, rotate toward the left. We'll try one more each side, totally optional. And then back to center, lift the chest, release the grip, walk the hands forward, all the way to plank pose. From plank, pedal up through the feet, dropping one knee toward the floor at a time. And then drop both knees down to the floor for tabletop pose. Cat-cow, 5 rounds, your pace. Inhale to arch, and exhale to round. Take one more round. We'll meet in a neutral spine, flat back. Step the right leg all the way back, tuck the toes, step the left foot back, plank pose. And from here, shift forward, shoulders over the wrists, lower all the way down to the low belly. Untuck the toes, bring your arms out to the sides of the mat. So coming up onto the fingertips, making little tents with the hands so the elbows are pointed up toward the ceiling. Zip the legs together, press down through the tops of the feet, and then press down through the finger pads so you can lift the chest up and away from the floor, and exhale to drop back down. 2 more like this. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop down. Last one, inhale. And exhale. Slide the hands underneath the shoulders, tuck the toes, use the knees, press up and back. Downward facing dog, 5 breaths. From down dog, take an inhale, sweep that right leg up and back, keep it soft, and then walk the hands all the way back to that foot for a standing splits at the back of the mat. So we're kicking that leg up, pointing the toes, we're pressing down through the hands to lift the chest up, finding some length here, squeeze that right glute, hold for 3, 2, and then 1, cross that right foot behind the left. Legs are crossed, feet together. Shake the hips side to side. we're going to rotate to face the back of the mat. So to get there, we shift forward, lift the heels, spin to the right, face the back of the mat, forward fold. Bend into the knees, roll up to standing chin to chest. Take your time. Sweep the arms up and overhead. And then bring the hands to the heart, fold forward, flat back, drop all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back plank, and cycle through vinyasa of your choice. Breath to movement. Once you get back to your downward facing dog, hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Take an inhale, sweep the right leg up and back into scorpion. Bend at the knee, open up through the hip. And come up high onto the left tiptoes, square off, knee to nose, step that foot forward between the hands. Drop the back knee down, low lunge. So find your low lunge, interlace the hands on top of that quad. Lift the shoulders up toward the ears, draw them back and down, 3 breaths. Release the grip, plant the hands on the floor, tuck the back toes, lift that knee, spin to the left, wide-legged forward fold, facing the side of the mat. Bring the hands to the outer edges of the feet and hold here for 5 breaths. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Lift the chest, bring the hands underneath the shoulders, rotate to face the front of the mat. Drop this right knee down and straighten the left leg as you pull the hips back for half splits. Walk the hands underneath the shoulders and fold nose to knee. 3 breaths. Softly rebend, plant the hands, tuck the back toes, take a hop, step forward, standing forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, rise up, reach up, get tall. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Exhale, sit back, chair pose. Draw the hands to the heart, twist to the right. Full breath in. Full breath out. Unwind, reach the arms back in a chair, drop your seat a little lower, hands to the heart, twist to the left. Allow that twist to come from the core, the center, instead of the hips. Breathe in. Breathe out. Unwind, reach the arms up. Exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank pose, and vinyasa.
from down dog. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Start to walk the hands to the back of the mat, standing splits. Point the toes, engage the glute. Lift the chest away from the floor. Lengthen as much as you can. And then cross that foot behind the right. Shake the hips side to side. Gonna rotate, face the back of the mat. Lean forward, lift the heels, spin to the left. Forward fold, facing the back of the mat. Bend into the knees, slowly roll up to standing. Sweep the arms up and overhead. Bring the palms together. Hands to heart center, flat back, fold, drop down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands. Walk or jump back, vinyasa. Once you get to down dog, hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, sweep the left leg up. Exhale, bend at the knee. Open up through the hip for scorpion. Come up high onto the tiptoes, square off, knee to nose, step the foot forward, back knee down, low lunge. Interlace the hands on top of the quad, 3 breaths. Release the grip, plant the hands on the floor, tuck the back toes, lift that knee, spin to the right, wide-legged forward fold. And then hands come to the outer edges of the feet, 5 breaths. Dropping the crown of the head down to the floor, bending into the elbows as much as you'd like to. Walk the hands underneath the shoulders, rotate, face the front of the mat. Drop the left knee down, pull the hips back, half splits. Fold here, 3 breaths. Lift up, rebend, take a little hop, step forward, forward fold, top of the mat. Inhale, rise up, reach up, get tall. Exhale, sit back chair. Hands to the heart, twist to the right. Take your time, unwind, sweep the arms up, drop the seat lower, hands to the heart, twist to the left. Knees stay in line with one another. Unwind. Both arms up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, jump back, vinyasa. Full breath in. Full breath out. Inhale, sweep the right leg up and back. Bend the knee, open up through the hip for scorpion. Walk the hands back to that foot. Scorpion, standing splits at the back of the mat. Your choice. Either both hands will stay on the floor or you'll play around with balance. Left hand reaches for the foot as you squeeze it in toward the glute and then try to press the knee up toward the ceiling to get a quad stretch. So left hammies are getting stretched, we're balancing, and maybe that right quad is getting stretched too. Hold for 3. Wherever you are is fine for 2. And 1, release, cross and fold, right behind the left feet together, legs crossed. Shake the hips. Rotate, face the back of the mat. Bend into the knees, roll up to standing. Sweep the arms up. Hands to heart center, flat back, and fold, drop down. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, step back, plank, vinyasa. Once in down dog, hold there for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, right leg up and back into scorpion. Either hold here or flip your dog. So landing lightly on that right foot, lifting the hips. Right arm reaches forward. Wherever you are, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Meeting back in scorpion pose if you flipped. Yep. And then knee to nose, step that foot forward. Back knee down, low lunge with eagle arms. So we're going to cross the right arm underneath the left and then bring the hands to touch. Shoulders down, elbows forward and up. 3 breaths. Release the eagle arms, turn this into a cactus, bend at the elbows. Open, broadening across the chest. Sweep the arms up, plant the hands, tuck the back toes, lift that knee, spin to the left, wide-legged forward fold. So this time, option to bring the hands behind you at the low back. You can interlace the hands, reach for the elbows, maybe drop the knuckles toward the floor. 5 breaths. Begin to lift the chest, release the grip. Rotate, face the front of the mat. Drop it down, half splits with a twist. Right hand will stay down. Sweep the left arm back and up. You can either hold here if you want more of a challenge. We take the right hand to the outer edge of that foot. So you'd start first with the hand, pull back through the hip, and then try floating this left hand, sweep that arm back behind you, and then maybe up, keeping the chest lifted. This one is hard. Ooh. Yeah. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Okay. Whew. Both hands down, rebend. Step forward, standing forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up, get tall. Exhale, side bend to the right. Inhale, up. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, up. Exhale, flat back fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, jump back, vinyasa. Once in down dog, hold here, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, sweep the left leg up and back, scorpion. Walk the hands back to that foot. Scorpion standing splits. Hold here or right hand reaches for the outer edge of that foot. Squeeze the heel in toward the glute. Float the knee up toward the ceiling as you drop the crown of the head more toward the floor. Hold wherever you are for 3, 2, and 1. Release, cross and fold. Left behind right. Shake the hips. Rotate toward the left, face the back of the mat. Forward fold. Bend into the knees. Inhale, roll up to standing. Exhale, hands to heart center, flat back fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, jump back, vinyasa. Hold here for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale, left leg up, scorpion. Stay here or option to flip your dog. Wherever you are, hold for 3, 2, and 1. Meeting back in scorpion. And then square off, knee to nose, step that foot forward, drop the back knee, low lunge. Find eagle arms with the opposite arm underneath. Cross, hands together, elbows forward and up, 3 breaths. Release the eagle arms, turn this into a cactus. Bend at the elbows, lean back. Sweep the arms up. Plant the hands, tuck the back toes, lift the knees, spin to the right, wide-legged forward fold. Any variation you want with the hands, 5 breaths. One more inhale. And exhale. Lift up, rotate, face the front of the mat. Drop the knee down, pull the hips back, half splits. Add in that twist, sweeping the right arm back and up, or a little bit of balance. The left hand reaches for the outer edge of the foot. Keep the chest up, rotate, and then sweep up. Hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Release, rebend, step forward, forward fold. Inhale, rise up, reach up. Exhale, side bend right. Inhale up. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale up. Exhale, fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, plant the hands, walk, jump back, vinyasa. Once you're in down dog, breathe in. Breathe out. Inhale, float the right leg up. Exhale, knee to right wrist, half pigeon. Square off through the hips. Pull back through that left hip by tucking the toes. And then fold. And close the eyes here. Relax the upper body. And slowly lift up and press back to down dog. And switch sides, inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, knee to left wrist. And fold. And lift up and press back. Last vinyasa. Take your time. really raining. When you're done with that vinyasa, child's pose, 5 breaths. And slowly lift yourself up to a seat and cross the legs. Plant the right hand next to the hip. Reach up and over. Side bend. You can bend into the elbow as much as you want, or even drop down to that forearm. Breathe in. Breathe out. And back up to the left. Inhale. Exhale. Back up to center. Twist to the right. Hand comes to the outer edge of the knee. Sit up tall. Rotate. Gaze over that right shoulder. Breathe in. Breathe out. Unwind and switch. Get tall, rotate, inhale, exhale. Back to center, sweep both arms up. Drop the hands to the heart, thumbs at the chest, close the eyes. Take a couple of breaths to resettle the body. Relax the shoulders, relax the low belly. Pausing in gratitude for all that our bodies can do for us. All that our bodies do for us, even when we're not paying attention to them. Giving them some credit here for effort, for the willingness to release tightness, even though we put our bodies in these crazy uncomfortable positions, seated for long hours, they still somehow manage to relax and let go of that tightness. Take a full breath in. Audible exhale, let it go. Namaste.